Well, the
You're welcome,
legal
my pleasure.
consequences for former President Trump could be dire. The political fallout has been anything but. A new poll shows Americans retreating to their political corners. When asked about the indictment, 80% of Americans outside the core Republican voters saw a national security risk in Trump's handling of classified nuclear and military documents. But only 38% of likely Republican voters thought it was a security risk. And in fact, 14% of Republicans said they had a more favorable view of Trump after his indictment. 3/4 of Republican voters think the indictment is politically motivated. Joining us now is NewsNation political editor Chris Stirewalt. Chris, are you surprised by that poll?
No, not surprised in the short term, right? Because we already rehearsed this all with the Alvin Bragg prosecution in New York, and there was a rally around the flag effect that people rushed in. And of course, this highlights why Alvin Bragg seems like he probably made a pretty substantial mistake in pulling so hard to make that prosecution work, because people said, oh, well, maybe it is a witch hunt.
Right.
In this case, as the charges came out and they were brand new, you can see why there would be that reflex among Republicans initially to say, oh, it's more of the same, and that's what Donald Trump says it is. But today, there's a new tone. There's a little new energy coming into the space.
I've noticed it, too.
And I want to read you what Nikki Haley said. Two things can be true at the same time, that the Justice Department have lost all credibility with the Americans. She said, but if the indictment is true, if what it says is actually the case, then President Trump was incredibly reckless with our national security. Tim Scott, her fellow South Carolinian, also called it the serious charges with serious implications. So I think what you're seeing is as these hang out there and people listen to what Bill Barr had to say, listen to what others have to say, I think this will start to take a different trajectory.
Right, because while the rank and file Republicans may think it's political, as you pointed out, Bill Barr said it was devastating. Alan Dershowitz, a lawyer who has defended former President Trump a lot in the past, said, quote, this is the kind of evidence a defense lawyer dreads and every prosecutor dreams about. John Bolton said it's the end of his political career.
It's a really substantial case. And look, it may fall apart, it may be whatever, but my goodness, the degree of evidence that they have here in audio recordings and the memoranda and all of this stuff. And the question that goes back to when Republicans have been asked about this stuff leading up to the indictment, they've said, well, Hillary did it too. And then it begs the next question, or it demands the next question, which is, okay, do you now not want to prosecute people for this at all because Hillary Clinton wasn't prosecuted for it? And that's where the floor falls out underneath him. So I think Trump is going to have to deal with this in a different, more serious way than the Alvin Bragg case by many orders of magnitude.
Yeah, I couldn't help but think when the indictments were announced by former President Trump himself on Thursday, and all these Republicans were rushing to a microphone to condemn it as a political witch hunt. I kept thinking to myself, guys, we haven't read the indictment yet. And are you going to regret those remarks? And we're already seeing, not everybody, but some leading Republicans, and certainly his competition for the Republican nomination, starting to really come out there and say, this is not good.
Well, the prosecutor really put him in a crack, right? Because they had statements out that they thought would carry them until Tuesday because the charges would remain sealed. So they could talk in hypotheticals and say, oh, you know, this politicized justice, and they would have time to regroup before the Tuesday event. He came out that day and said, here you go, read them and weep. And they've been scrambling since then to figure out what to say.
All right, Chris Stirewalt, always great to have you on the show. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.